Bunweed from Sundance. So, I just saw the most amazing film. It's called Agnus Dei, and it is Latin for Lamb of God, and it was directed by Anne Fontaine, who is a marvelous French filmmaker and former actress. She's just utterly fantastic. So, we have this film that takes place in Poland, and it's filmed in Poland by a French director. So this is very difficult already because almost all of the actresses were Polish and spoke Polish very well. I didn't speak French very well, and had to take direction largely through writing notes. So it was obviously a challenge for Mrs. Fontaine. Uh, but so it takes place in Poland, and it takes place in a convent, and it's in approximately 1944 and maybe 1945, sometime directly after the end of World War II. And the Russians have just arrived in Poland, and the French Red Cross is also present. So we have this young French Red Cross nurse who is persuaded by one of the nuns to help another sister in need. And upon her arrival, she discovers that this nun is about to give birth, which is a very interesting story in itself. So she's very, very intrigued, and she's, wondering how this could possibly come to be. And she discovers that there's a lot more to the pregnancy than there was on the surface. So she ends up staying on with the nuns, and she ends up helping them in many different ways. And this film was so wonderful that this is the only movie I've seen throughout Sundance that got a standing ovation upon its closing. So it was really beautifully shot, and it was a really touching film. And it has a pleasant ending if you're worried about that. So see Agnus Dei. It's really amazing. It's a breathtaking story, and it's really, really very wonderful.